Oh, thank goodness it's you. You just made it in time. We're in Middle-earth, about to witness a battle unwind. So sit back, relax, get some snacks and perhaps some wine, and I promise you this will be the last of this rhyme. This is a battle between good and evil, darkness versus light, righteousness versus unrighteousness, an unfortified siege in the mod Dawnless Days, a Lord of the Rings mod for Total War Attila. Defending the unfortified settlement, we have 3 different armies from different kingdoms. We have the Saxon Horse Army, also known as the Rohirrim, and helping them is a longtime ally. They went through some rough patches, but their friendship has been rekindled. We have Gondor, and surprisingly, we have an army of the pointy-eared bastard variant known as the Imladris Elves. Oh, but now, on the forces of darkness, we have the army from the great darkness that grows in the north, known as Dol Guldur. And aiding them in this great assault are not 1, but 2 armies that come from a mysterious land of strangeness and sand, this kingdom known as Rune. So like I said, guys, sit back, relax, get a snack, maybe some peanuts. It's my favorite legume. So this battle is going to begin with a vicious start of cavalry from the Rohirrim. This is no surprise. Oh, there's some crows coming out of nowhere. This is no surprise. The Rohirrim, of course, are known for their cav presence. There goes more floating crows coming out of nowhere. But they are known for, you know, having powerful calves. So, like I said, it's no surprise that they're going to venture out here and do a little bit of initial fighting here. Maybe they can get some units by surprise. But honestly, I just don't see them having much of an opportunity here because a lot of the archers and vulnerable units that would be against cav, you know, units that would be vulnerable to cav is what I'm trying to say. They're well protected. They're well protected, and it looks like the cav is just surveying the battlefield, maybe just getting some information. Hold on. We do have a unit that looks like it was thinking about charging. It's still kind of on the fence. Are they gonna charge? Now, these are not like the top of the class. You know, they did not graduate from West Point, the top of their class here. Oh, wait. They are gonna charge. Look at this. They're gonna try to get some units here from Dol Guldur. Let's zoom out here and just get the bird's eye view of the situation. You can see that they charge through the gap. They've got some cav charging in this way as well, looking for weak spots, but I just don't see it. And honestly, this seems a bit suicidal from the Rohirrim. This is like Denethor sending out Faramir epic style. Not going well. And I almost feel like this was by design. It would probably be better for the Rohirrim here to kind of sit back and wait for a better opportunity to use this cav. Maybe he could have just sent them into the trees here to try to just hide their position or something. But yeah, that was not a good start for the good guys. Now, they might get something going on here. They've got a unit of cav in the back. They're looking for some weak spots, but we do have some trolls that are kind of zoning out this cav. And yeah, this is not going to lead to anything. If anything, save the men's lives. Get them out of there. Retreat. Do not charge them. This is futile. They're wasting their lives. They're trying to get these archers. They're weaving, bobbing, whatever, floating like a butterfly and now stinging like a bee. But they do get a little bit of the archers, but at what cost? They lost an entire cav unit that honestly could have racked up a lot of kills if they just waited a little bit later in the battle for a better opportunity. But this battle does start off here with a pretty aggressive move by the defenders, which unfortunately does not work out for them. So the forces of darkness now begin to charge through the streets of this unfortified settlement. Now, if we quickly look at the defenses of the good guys, they have actually fallen back completely to this natural hill here. It almost looks like this was a volcano or some sort of, looks like what is this? Some sort of crater or something? Yeah, it almost looks like a volcano. And then I thought, you know, there really isn't that many volcanoes. Like, is there any volcanoes in Middle Earth? And then I realized, oh, wait a second. Mount Doom is basically that's a volcano. Like, I don't know. I think Mount Doom is so, like, it's almost like Mount Doom is a character in of itself, you know? So you kind of I forgot. I was like, oh yeah, that's a volcano. Anyways, we do have some elven forces coming out to meet these men in the streets, which is nice. Because personally, I don't like it when defending armies completely fall back to the inner workings of the settlement. Like, they don't try to hold any of the outskirts of this town. I don't think it's like, I understand the logic behind it, but I just feel like you kind of miss out on some opportunities. You know, you could be able to hold, there's so many choke points here you can hold and, you know, potentially flank the enemy, potentially get around, surprise them. You never know. All these, you know, very interesting different pathways. Now, it's a double-edged sword where if you're not paying attention, the enemy can do it to you. But yeah, I'm a little disheartened to see the defenders fall back. I understand the logic and the reasoning behind it, but we'll see if it works out for them in the long run. So after a few minutes of strategizing, planning, maneuvering troops, it does appear that the forces of darkness have begun their assault, moving up some Dol Guldur orcs. And they're not directly attacking. Now, if we look at the defenses of the good guys, they have a lot of Rohirrim on this side, a lot of spears, a lot of round shields, and in shield wall formation, accompanied with the pointy-eared bastards. And they're going to try to maintain this position. They got the trees as well, which is going to give them some cover from enemy archer fire, short-range projectiles like javies and whatnot. Now, back this way, an interesting play by the forces of darkness. They have sent up some Mirkwood trackers. Now, of course, the forces of Dol Guldur are bleeding into the Great Forest, the old ancient forest of Mirkwood. And these trackers are excellent, deadly orcs that are, you know, been trained to track and to survive in Mirkwood. So they're actually pretty good. They use the trees here to conceal their advance, but they came out of the trees and the elves were like, no, 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 you think the trees are your friends? I was born in the trees. And the elves opened fire and kind of annihilated them. Didn't break them, but definitely shattered their spirits a little bit there. So let's head back over to the front, and the forces are sizing up right now. Nobody's really going in yet. Nobody's charging in. Again, they continue to wait here. They're just waiting for the perfect time to move in. And this might be a good idea here. Now, they're currently getting absolutely slaughtered by elven archers right now. Look at this. You see them in the sky coming down? Absolutely getting focused down. Now, is this a good idea? I don't know. You know, the shields... Oof. Well, these guys are... Do these guys have shields? No. So this is a mistake. Oh, no, they do. So I don't know if it's a good idea for either side to do what they're doing. Because maybe the elves are wasting ammo because they're hitting these guys directly head on. But yeah, anyways, let's go back over to this front because Dol Guldur has now given the orders to charge. They have given their orders to charge. Here comes some Gondor swords to help out with the Rohirrim. And the Easterlings are also engaging as well. You can see this is a delicious front line of many different cultures clashing it out. Let's zoom out really quick. Now, this is going to be interesting as this plays on, as this plays out. They definitely got to put pressure on other sides of the battlefield, and that's what they're doing. What do we got here? This is the other Easterling army. Ooh, not a fan of this. We got the Easterlings, Rune. They're charging in 3 units into one little blob, and they're also kind of in a column formation. This is not good. You want to try to spread them out as much as possible And Rohan's going to send up some reinforcements. If you are rooting for the good guys, this is certainly a ideal situation for them. And I think they're going to be able to hold this position without taking many casualties. So this is going to be ideal for them. And hopefully Rune can kind of figure out. They're retreating some units. They correctly spread out their troops there. So that's good to see. But still, that's going to be a great position for the Rohirrim defenders. Back over this way, stuff is getting wild, guys. And I mean wild. It's getting framey because we're playing Attila. And Attila runs like poo-poo. And there's so many units on the battlefield as we speak. And here we go. Dol Guldur sending in the heavy hitters. Dol Guldur has the... What are these guys? They're the Dol Guldur Blades, and they also have the Champions of Dol Guldur. These are very good units. The Elves also sending in two-handed sworded units to support this front line and to hold back these great forces of darkness. Another bloody fight here. Look at this brave Rohirrim going in. He's like, you will not take this. Back to the dirt pit you came from. Oh, I go to the dirt pit now. Okay. So great stand there. But look at this. Right behind him, we've got the Fountain Guard of Gondor. These guys are going to be nasty. But here's the thing. The orcs, the evil forces, they need to be focusing their fire on these guys. You got to fire on these, because they don't really have shields. So just focus fire on these guys and try to take them out, because your infantry is going to struggle. So let's zoom out here. You can see that pretty much all positions are under attack now. Literally all of them. You got one in the corner here. Didn't even know about that one. Didn't even know you could go this way. But the Easterlings are attacking mostly on this front. They're attacking this gap here. They're attacking this center gap here. This is exactly what they want to do. You got to fight on all fronts and try to spread out the defenders as much as possible. Because remember, guys, in Attila, when you are attacking, you get the advantage of more money. You can see that, look at the balance of power. It is greatly in favor of the bad guys. Now, look who decided to come out of the trees. We got the Mirkwood Trackers, and they are just lighting up the elves right now. They are getting some sweet revenge. I don't know if it's because the elves, they might have been focused elsewhere, and the commander was not realizing that these guys came out and they came to party. And they are partying hard right now. And they are doing some good damage against these Imladris archers. All right, so let's head back over to the front where things are getting wild. Absolutely wild. We're seeing some breakage from the bad guys. We also see some pikes coming in from the bad guys as well. So they're throwing everything they got into this mash of infantry. And it's honestly, I don't know what the hell's happening. In terms of who's winning, it's tough to say. And we're only going to really know in a couple minutes here when they start to dwindle down on units, on numbers. Oh. Nice. Okay, let's zoom out here a little bit. Sorry, I have terrible camera control. They're still fighting in the center here, right next to the big line. This is the main line. We'll call this the main line. Then over here, this is the what do we want to call this? The scattered line. This is like the barrier island line. You know, it looks like kind of like barrier islands. You know what a barrier island is. Anyways, it's looking like this is fairly promising over on this far side. And there's also, you can see that the baddies, the bad guys, I'm sorry guys, the camera here is going nuts. They are focusing a lot of resources to this front because I think they believe that they can break through here. We don't really see any reinforcements. I guess potentially these hillmen can come over and reinforce quickly. But there's not a ton of reinforcements over here. So if they can chip down on these elves pretty quickly and break through, that's going to be a huge win for the forces of darkness. All right, so back this way. Oh, the trolls have been commanded to charge in. We got the Olag High. They're going in, and they are causing a ruckus right now. An absolute ruckus. You know, I'm watching this battle, and I'm thinking this might come down to archer play. This might just come down to who has the most archers at the end of the day. And it's starting to look like the evil forces have the most archers. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. But it is looking like that, because if we zoom out, you can see there's a whole bunch of archers with a lot of ammo here. There's also some cav back here, which is interesting, if they can figure out a way to get through. Now, on the defensive side, I don't see a lot of archers. And even where there are archers, they don't have any ammo. So pretty soon, they're going to be sitting ducks to archer fire. Now, what I would do with these archers is I would try to get them at an angle. So maybe even like if you can get them here or even here, and just kind of fire at the side of these defenders. I think they could get a lot done there with those archers. We're seeing some breakage here from Rohan, though I would say most of the breaking has been happening with the forces of darkness. Like I said, guys, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while until we really start to see who's gonna take the edge here. But considering the balance of power, considering the archer situation, it's definitely looking like the baddies are taking the lead here. But there's always hope. We'll see. So, there you have it. The trolls are definitely causing some major issues. You might be wondering, well, is it completely lost for the defenders? I would say no. Actually, their infantry is holding quite well over here. You can see their infantry is holding quite well. They still have a decent amount of reserves. There's definitely going to be a lot of pressure on the bad guys. They probably need to send over reinforcements over to this side, because they are starting to run out. They mostly just have archers. I would send 1 or 2 units here, like these guys back here. The halberdiers are really good. Send them this way to plug some gaps, because the bad guys are starting to dwindle here, and I feel like the good guys realize it, and it almost feels like the good guys are sending in a lot of troops right now to cause just too much, just overload for the bad guys and to break them, because they are pulling important resources from other sections of the battle away to really focus over here, because I think they feel like they have an edge. Let's also not forget, they also have, Swan Knights. They've got Prince's Sergeants. 2 units of those. These are all Swan Imladris Cav type units. These are very good Cav, and they can do a lot of damage. So let's not forget about that. So yeah, we got some handsome gentlemen here ready to charge in and support the cause. So very cool stuff right there that they can use, and all it takes is a couple good cav charges. It's just going to be hard to use them because there's not a lot of space. We'll see how that plays out. Let's head back over to this front. It's been a while. You can see that, yes, the defenders are concerned about this side and have sent up more reinforcements than what they just originally had. And they've got Hillman. They've got all kinds of stuff. Guards really reinforcing this because they don't want to lose it. I don't think they're going to lose it anytime soon with all those extra reinforcements. Over on this side, we've got some pikemen. They're going to be tough to fight through. Got to get some archers on these guys. Shoot them from afar because they are vulnerable to archer fire. Back over in this center, this also looks kind of promising for the attackers. If they can get lucky and break through, but these are some good units that are holding here. Very good units. All right, let's zoom out of the slideshow. This Attila slideshow. Let's look at what's going on here. More breaking from both sides, but again, I would say overall, this is looking promising for the good guys. They're really going in here. They're also sending in cav. Look at this. The prince's sergeants are charging in. You know what that tells me? They smell blood. They smell fear. Wait, did they dismount? Oh, he dismounted his sergeants to charge in his infantry. Interesting. Now, I saw over here he moved his cav. Is he going to do the same thing? He's like he's using these guys like dragoons or something. No, he's going to charge them in as cav. So Swan Knight's kind of charging the backs. This isn't going to lead to anything. You're just kind of charging the backs of your own men. But he's going to charge them in, I guess, to try to overwhelm these troops. He's noticing a lot of breaking here. Maybe he can cause more and more of these units to break. Who knows? But this is coming down to the wire. We are less than 9 minutes left in this battle. And it's tough. Over here, it does appear... Oh my god, this is so laggy. It does appear that the good guys are winning... But the balance of power is saying otherwise. And there's still trolls active in this fight. So we'll see. Get a bird's eye view of the situation, and yeah, the center has cracked, guys. Why are they not sending reinforcements to this side? I have no idea. No idea. They've got the reserve. Send 1, 2 units over to here, over to this side, and it will make all the difference. The cav unit has broken through. Yes, they dismounted. Honestly, they should get back on their horses. Oh my gosh, the slideshow. The slideshow. But yeah, they're going to go ahead and push through and flank around. And this side is crumbling to the forces of goodness. To the good guys. And I'm looking around. I don't see any reinforcements over on this side for the bad guys. For Dol Guldur. For the Easterlings. Rune. Nothing. And look, here comes another unit that's about to break through. And the game's like, stop zooming in over here. There's too many units. We'll look away from the big groups of units. So they charge these pikes. Most likely they're going to break these pikes. This is a thin pike line that's not going to last much longer. So I would say at this point, the majority of the strength of the bad guys is over here. And I think what's going to happen is that the good guys are going to push through here, the streets, and try to hit these guys on the other side. We'll see if that pays off. They still have to get through multiple units of infantry on this front. We're going to zoom in into the chaos here and see if they can break these guys and pull it off. You can see the Easterlings, the runic forces are down to the wire in terms of numbers, and this is such a good fight for the good guys. It really is. And if they can just keep encircling, but it's still not over, and you can see that there's finally some reinforcements coming in here. We've got some storm riders from the Easterlings that are coming in and hammering and anviling, or really just charging whatever they can. They're not really hammering and anviling, but you get what I'm saying. They're charging in while they're busy fighting the infantry, and they're just trying to support this. The cav charges might actually pay off. You can see, yeah, lots of breaking going on from the defenders. Oh man, that is huge. That cav play is huge. And the troll over here is still alive. That is impressive. Back over this way. Look at this. It looks like the bad guys are starting to chip away at these forces. They really need a miracle here. They absolutely need a miracle. It's looking good over here. They're breaking some units, but honestly, at this point, this force for the Easterlings, they don't have to win. They just have to keep these guys busy. You know, keep them busy. Same thing over here. They don't have to win. Keep them busy, because over here, the bad guys are winning now. They are winning, and all they have to do is clean up these troops, swing around, and it is over. But the battle still has a little less than 5 minutes left in it. Oh, hold on, let's follow this cav. We got the Rohirrim cav. A unit, I think this is the general. He's looking for an opportunity to charge. He's going to try to hit the flank on the infantry and try to cause a chain reaction here. Try to get them to break. Try to get them to retreat, to flee the battlefield. But I don't know if this is going to be enough. You can see that they're now trying to pull out of the situation, and most likely will try to do it again. But oh my gosh, it's laggy over here. This is insane. Ah, man, usually, yeah, Attila's laggy, but it's usually never this laggy. Oh my gosh, look at this. The good guys are almost pushing. They are almost pushing over here. What are you doing with these reinforcements? Get them in. Get them in. Oh, now it looks like they're breaking over here. Now, this, for sure, this section here definitely looks like a bad guy victory. But if the good guys can win over here, they just have to win somewhere. But this balance of power is getting worse and worse, guys. I mean, oh, we got some trolls over here too. What are they doing? Are they like running amok or something? Hold on, let's see. They are running. I don't know where they're going. They're like, we're going back to troll land. We're done. I'm tired. But yeah, it's you can see that the bad guys are sending in reinforcements. Even though there's some progress being made by the defenders, I don't think it's going to be enough. And it almost feels like over here they're hanging on by a thread. Yeah. They charge in some elves, but they are breaking. Not surprised. I'm surprised they even made it this far. They've got this general Elrond. Elrond! He's in the thick of it. Fighting. He's somewhere in the mix. All right, where's Elrond? Oh, there he is. He's still alive. Kind of hiding behind the trees here. Little bush. Little bush. So yeah, that's that looks like it's gonna be game. This was definitely a uphill battle for the defenders, just considering, you know, how much like of a disadvantage they were at the start, and how they could have won this battle. I don't know. That's a tough one. I would say, like, if it was possible, get some troops in the tree line, and if they waited, they could have like done some hammer and anvil or something. I think the way Rohan charged in their cav at the beginning of the battle certainly did not help them, because they kind of did nothing but die. So that was like a ton of money gone. I know it was cheap cav, but still, like, cheap cav can run down enemy archers. So I think that was a bit of a mistake. It was a bit of a mistake to dismount his cav here. I think he should have just... I like the idea of keeping some cav in reserve here, and when there's an opportunity to charge him out, I think he should have just... I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. It's not to say that the defenders played bad. They certainly didn't. I mean, it's just they were at such a huge disadvantage that they had to play perfectly to win this battle. And unfortunately, that did not play out for them. And now they are in the last minute here as we watch the remaining of the elves fight it out in this replay. And yeah, this was a good battle. It was a great battle. Look at them fight it out. Yeah, get it. Look at them go. The last 30 seconds. We'll zoom out and we'll fast forward here. We'll see that, because it's pretty obvious that this is over. And we'll see that the last remaining of the good... I mean, it was a close battle. It was definitely a close battle, but they really needed that cav to do a little bit better there. Let's go ahead and end the replay and look at the results. So this was sent in by Josh. I don't know which faction he was. It could have been Rohan. But yeah, here's the different kills for the forces here. We kind of go through here so you can see how the different units performed. But that's going to wrap it up for this epic battle between good and evil. It looks like evil has won. What is life without a little, you know, challenge, a little battle between good and evil? So thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And guys, I'll catch you next time in Middle Earth.